What is up, YouTube? So, take a sip of my blueberry wine here. So, unfortunately, there's been another shooting in our country, and I don't know what to say, YouTube. Because every time I talk about a recent shooting in our... Oh, my shirt. There we go. Every time I talk about a recent shooting in our country, I feel like I'm saying the same thing in every video that discusses the topic. I make the same arguments in every video, every time there's a shooting in our country, and every time I talk about that shooting, I make the same argument in every video. That guns don't kill people, people kill people. A lot of people who are against guns hate that expression, that guns don't kill people, people kill people. Well, if you look at this logically for a second, if guns truly killed people, then if guns truly killed people, then we cannot legally own or have any store that sells guns, because the second that the gun owners, or the gun salesman I should say, the second, you see, if guns truly killed people, then The second any gun store salesman tried to sell any firearms, they would kill themselves doing it. But they don't, do they? No, they don't. I get so sick of it, YouTube. So sick of it. I'm gonna throw a song together just because I can. What's going on in our crazy society? People's problems and guns get the blame. People dying and it's such a shame. Guns are not the problem, because you can kill humans with a screwdriver. Texting and driving, drinking and driving, it kills people too, don't you know? I know, let's blame the guns and look for no solution, just a temporary scapegoat. Instead of blaming society or social standards or the problems we face, we're gonna blame the guns and we're gonna blame the musicians. We'll blame the violent video games, but never the people themselves. Oh no. Sick and tired of gun violence. Innocent blood getting spilled. Oh no. Let us end gun violence all across the world. Ending gun violence across the world. There's enough war and hatred going on. Oh, there's enough hatred going on. There's enough war separating us all. We don't need more fuel for the fire. like all Americans and their guns. Well, gun violence doesn't just affect the United States, it affects us all. So put down your guns and pick up your drinks and have one on me. The only shots that are needed right now are shots of booze. The only shots that we need are shots of booze. But with gun violence, you will surely lose. Ending gun violence across the world. Guns are like religion, not everyone who has one is fucking crazy. Guns are like religion, not everyone who has one is fucking crazy. We all come from different backgrounds, different cultures. We all may have different colors of skin, but we all bleed the same color of blood. We all may have different colors of skin, but we all bleed the same red blood. Across the globe, ending gun violence across the globe. Wow! Thank you very kindly. Had no idea what point that physically served. You know, I might as well have been talking to my hand, really, because it doesn't matter how much I bitch about the shootings in our society. My bitching about it doesn't do a goddamn thing because they still happen. So, I don't know anymore, YouTube. That's actually the same chorus for one of my other songs that I have. Almighty rain coming down upon. Almighty rain coming down upon us all. Thunder boom. the cannons of fiery hell, lightning striking like a cobra through the night. Almighty rain, coming down upon us all, cleansing Mother Earth of all the sorrow. Music is life, YouTube, and it's a damn good thing I'm so gifted with it. See, this is why I don't play the national anthem very often, because I always mess up on it. Even though I spent months learning it, I go to play it once on camera and I always mess up on it. It never fails. God damn it, I should not have started that. Now my OCD is going to kick me in the ass until I finish it. Oh boy. This is what happens when I play the Star Spangled Banner. If I mess up on it just once, my OCD cannot let me rest until I play it once correctly all the way through. So I could be sitting here for hours playing the same goddamn song, messing up on it over and over and over, to the point where I want to smash my guitar against the fucking wall. I do not like it when I mess up on the guitar. In fact, I fucking hate it, YouTube. I hate messing up on the guitar. It drives me insane. I don't like it when I mess up on the guitar. I downright fucking hate it. I didn't mean to hit that button, I apologize. Right towards the ending, YouTube. Right towards the ending, I mess up on it. Oh, I do not like making mistakes on guitar. It is so frustrating. I messed up on it again towards the ending. Oh God, I was so close that time. Why do I bother playing guitar anymore if I can't play the fucking national anthem? Which I spent months to learn. There we go. Fuck. That drove my OCD up a wall. I had to fucking finish it. You don't leave the national anthem unfinished. Just like you don't leave a soldier behind in combat. Turn this thing off before I embarrass myself anymore. Someone in the video was like, your arms look really skinny. I'm like, really? Yeah. You see, when I flex my arms, they're quite big. So they are far from being skinny, people. These are actually Quite ripped. Quite ripped indeed. But that's beside the point, YouTube. Beside the point. I don't know what else to say here, man. I really don't, you know. Because every time there's a shooting in our country, and every time I talk about it on my channel, it seems like I'm saying the exact same goddamn thing. So, at this point, I don't even know what to say anymore. Anymore. I really don't, you know. Actually, you know what? No. I don't want to roll a cigarette. I want to smoke a bowl out of my pipe. I don't feel like rolling a cigarette. The mouthpiece on my pipe, like the bottom half of it had broken off. And the break made it super awkward to hold in my mouth where it broke at. So I took some sandpaper and I sanded the bottom half of that so it would fit more comfortably in my mouth. And it does just that. I thank you. And lately I've had pretty shitty luck with all my tobacco pipes just randomly breaking on me, so knock on wood, you know, I hope this one doesn't break on me. It's the only tobacco pipe I've got to my name, YouTube. A little bit more. Just a little bit more. Top her off. Oh, there we go. Instead of looking at what killed the person, we need to look at why humans are doing this. Because if you want to sit there and say, oh, guns kill people, blah, 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 I'll disagree with you all goddamn day and say that people kill people. If guns truly kill people, then people selling guns in gun stores would already be dead right now. Okay? No, the bigger issue is not what gun did it, who did it, what, where, when, how, and why. The biggest why, if of anything really, is why all of a sudden are humans killing each other left and right. Because before a certain period of time, YouTube, before a certain period of time, you get a shootout maybe like once every 6 to 8 months or so. So it wasn't as common. But they happen so frequently now that, you know, we have to start asking ourselves the all-important question, which is, why are humans all of a sudden deciding to kill each other? What is making humans just lose their shit, so to speak? You know, it's an honest question to ask. And, clean my glasses here real quick. Holy shit, that's better. You know, the biggest thing we have to ask ourselves is why the hell humans are just deciding to go on a killing spree. What's making people subconsciously tick to make them want to do the things they are doing? And the most recent shooting, this was from, well, you know, I'll let the Young Turks explain it for a minute. If we go to TYT on YouTube. And we go to the channel. Wild shooting spree ends with suspect in custody.
When I was young, I knew this is what I wanted to do.
Stupid GMC ad.
Maryland has suffered from a string of Over the past 24 hours, Maryland has suffered from a string of shooting incidents, but they do believe that they have caught the man responsible for at least a few of them. A suspect is in custody after shootings at 2 Maryland shopping centers 8 miles apart today, killed 2 people and injured 2 others. Authorities have arrested federal law enforcement officer Eulalio Tordil, 62 years old. It was this afternoon. He is suspected of killing his estranged wife in a high school parking lot yesterday. Now, a description of what went down today. Friday's violence started around 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time at the Westfield Montgomery Mall in Bethesda, where 2 males and 1 female were injured by gunshots in the parking lot. 1 male later died at the hospital. Another is in critical condition, and the female had non-life-threatening injuries. About 20 minutes after that shooting, police responded to more gunfire at a giant food supermarket at the Aspen Hill Shopping Center in Silver Spring, where a woman was fatally struck. And we believe from one of the police officers who was on the scene at the mall shooting, that initially there had been some sort of confrontation between the shooter and 1 individual. 2 others had intervened to try to help out, and were also hit by at least 1 bullet each. So as we said, the guy who's been caught, who we believe links these 3 shootings, although that's not guaranteed at this point, is a former employee, an employee at the Federal Protective Service. He was put on administrative duties back in March after a protective order was issued against him, Homeland Security officials told NBC News. He was later placed on administrative leave and required to surrender his government-issued weapons, badge, and credentials. Therefore, any weapons he may have used were obtained on his own.
Okay, so let's start to note the ironies in this story. He was with the Federal Protection Services, and they had to get a protective order against him, and that's before the shootings began. And so that's the thing about these guys who are unhinged, right? I'm sure that he was mad, and you could tell from the context of the story and what we know so far that his wife and family had put a protective order against him. So, like all these madmen, they said, "I'll show you that you don't need a protective order. I'll shoot you," right? And so thereby proving them right, unfortunately, and in this case, too late. There's a second scary part of this story. So, as John explained, the way that it goes is it appears he shoots his wife on Thursday night, and then in an unrelated set of shootings, except for the fact that he's wanted and he's on the run, he has this confrontation at a mall, shoots more people, and the really sad part is people came to help, and he shot the guys coming in to help. So that sucks because it makes us all scared to help others.
Yeah. Right.
And so that's a devastating effect, unfortunately, of this. And then there's a 3rd shooting later, because he's still not caught, 3rd shooting, and they don't believe for the moment being, and obviously these stories in the first 24 hours always change some of the facts, because it's really hard to get them on the fly. But for the moment, they don't believe those 2 last shootings are related to his wife, other than the fact that he's on the run, right? And obviously unstable and unhinged.
Yeah.
So one of the things that's scary to me about this is, okay, now guys, everybody's got guns. We've talked about that a lot. Now they use them, not willy-nilly, but close. Some of them do. Not everybody does. But we live in a country of 300 million people. You don't need that many people to use them willy-nilly to cause a ton of trouble in every neck of the woods, including your neck of the woods. But now, like when the guy does the shooting and runs away, how are you going to catch him? Now he's on the loose, right? And now I feel like this is the 2nd or 3rd story we've done relatively recently where whether it's an active shooter, but more likely it's not even active. They go and then they just drive off and shoot someone else somewhere else. Now they're all roaming around, and now that he's got nothing left to lose, right? and he's already used his gun. He's already killed somebody. So it's not just you go in America. Before, we had this insane thing: you go into a school, you go into a movie theater, and you got to worry somebody's got a gun and they're going to shoot you all. Now you got to worry if there was a shooting in your neck of the woods yesterday. Did they catch him? If they didn't, well, then you got to avoid everybody because you don't know who has the gun and the guy's on the loose.
Yeah.
So yeah, the shooting happened in Maryland, and it really is unfortunate when these things happened. When they happen, they shouldn't happen, but they do. YouTube, they do. I wish they wouldn't, but they do. Oh, excuse me. Well, anyway, this is KingCobraJFS with another video. Thank you all for watching. And catch you all later.